This program was funded by Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport, Toyota, South Bank Partners, the Claibs family, Kentucky Center for Public Service Journalism.
Remember this library? You know, the one you had to be very quiet in.
I'm looking for a book on television, but I forgot.
Do you know the author?
No, I don't, and I don't know the title either.
Today's library is more community center than Quiet Zone, and at the main Boone County Library in Burlington, they're blazing the trail in that direction by becoming the first library anywhere to host this internationally renowned and very interactive exhibit called the Robot Zoo at, get this, no charge to visitors. That's right, this is the same highly rated hands-on exhibit that made stops at places like Chicago's Museum of Science and History and Indianapolis's Children's Museum. But here in Burlington, a Duke Energy sponsorship makes it available at no charge. And that is not only making a lot of little ones very happy, but also their financially relieved parents and grandparents.
This is fabulous. They wanted to know how much it costs. I said it's free, and Reed said, well, then it probably isn't going to be good. I said, oh no, it's going to be very good. and it is. It's very good.
I'm a science teacher actually in high school, so I love that my kids can learn about science. But the cool part about this is, well, one, it's free, so it's a great educational tool for kids who, you don't have to spend a lot of money and they can see some really neat things.
Boone County Public Library Assistant Director SHAWN says the exhibit, which runs through the end of February, represents a growing trend to move the library into the role of more active community participant. So with a push nationally to promote STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and math skills in our youth, the library wanted to bring in a hands-on exhibit that would ignite kids' desire for that kind of knowledge.
You're seeing how an animal works if you were to break it down robotically, and that way you're kind of tying in two different things. And I mentioned earlier where a child came up and said, it's just like the zoo, but it's different. And so it's different. And so that's where you're tying in. And then on top of that, you're here and we can show you books about this, and we can kind of broaden that knowledge. So we're bringing in on something and we can really open it up and show you other ways to learn about this.
And Fry sees a lot of proof that's really happening as a result of this exhibit in the eagerness of his pint-sized visitors constantly showing to reteach their new knowledge about animals and robotics to just about anybody who'll listen. Kind of like this fella did when we turned our camera toward him as he operated the robotic rhino.
So the thing is that you gotta try to see how many places where it goes. Like, these are where rhino's heads go up and down, and then rhino's head will go about this low, right about here, to reach down for grass. And so, you want to turn? Sure.
Wow, and look at that, a robotic rhino that not only teaches about science and technology, but also tests for good manners. Very impressive. And for kids like 8-year-old Emily SOUSA and her mom, Dawn, the accessibility of the individual stations in this exhibit was particularly nice, allowing Mom to guide Emily's hands on the controls of things like the chameleon's supersized tongue.
She thought that was pretty cool. Okay, you can control the eyes and the tongue. She thought that was pretty neat, so I think she's getting the hang of it.
Which brings us to the topic of learning, since some of you may be asking whether there's even any of that going on here amidst all the jumping and shouting and what I'm pretty sure is a lot of kids having a good time. How, you may ask, can they be learning and having this much fun? Well, Fry says it's clear from the feedback he's getting that they are, which is one reason why this exhibit is also available to local teachers who want to use it in the classroom to further learning on an array of topics. And the library is also tracking how the exhibit is affecting book selection and even overall traffic to see how knowledge is spreading and in what areas and age groups. In fact, Fry's even getting requests from high schools who feel there are big applications for the zoo in teaching older students in their classrooms. That's a fact that Union mom and local high school teacher Jill Hunt said she was also pondering as she watched her kids interact with the zoo.
Like when I was watching over here, the fly thing, I thought there's so many connections that I could take with my science class, but also mathematics, and all the other things that can go into it. So it's pretty cool.
Miss Hunt's daughters fully concurred with their teacher mom's assessment. Plus, they also showed a newfound appreciation for how tough life can really be when you have to catch dinner with your tongue.
I liked the one where you have to try and shoot the insect, and it teaches you about how it takes, you have to get it right on angle, because if you miss it, then they're gonna be the insect's gonna be whoa, and fly away, and then there goes your dinner.